Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Before It's Tax Preparation, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Casa Samtonieta Ingielapa, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Monzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Owners Reps Puerto Vallarta, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are, ready to find out what's going on in our city, in our state, in our country through headlines that we collect every single day to bring to you and combine them with all the news that you share with me, your comments, your ideas, your suggestions, so that we can be better informed and better immersed in the here and now of Mexico as a community of English-speaking locals. What a pleasure to see you today. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, and we have a lot of news to go through. Some interesting ones, some curious one. We might as well just get started with the news because, well, we've been talking about this quite a bit, but there will be no parking meters at all. I mean, Mayor Munguia and his cabinet get points for trying, but after a week and a half of protests and a growing climate of discontent, the Puerto Vallarta City Council appears to have bowed to citizen pressure and has decided to suspend the parking meter project. Although not officially announced yet, a decision was leaked following reports of a private meeting between the mayor and a group of residents. I have seen this in 4 different headlines this morning, so everything seems to indicate we will not have parking meters at this time, which actually means that our municipal government needs to find other ways to generate income for the municipality, for the city to function properly. So while some people may be rejoicing over the fact that there's no parking meters in Puerto Vallarta, there may be other ways, or there have to be other ways for the city to generate revenue. Now, moving on, as part of the Governor Pablo Lemus Navarro's visit to Mexico City to attend President Claudia Sheinbaum's first State of the Union address, the governor announced he will meet personally with President Sheinbaum this morning. He did not directly reveal the topics that he will discuss with our president, but indicated that the meeting will be held at the National Palace. After delivering her first State of the Union at the beginning of this week, President Sheinbaum announced that she will undertake a 3.5-week tour of all the country's states to provide an accountability to the people. According to the information released, during this tour, President Sheinbaum will address, among other topics, welfare programs and the various infrastructure projects currently underway in each state. President Sheinbaum also announced yesterday the renewal of the national agreement with gasoline owners to maintain stable fuel prices as part of the strategy implemented since last February. So gasoline prices will remain below 24 pesos per liter. In a message on her X account, the president thanked the private sector for its support in this measure, and I quote, "I thank the country's gasoline owners for renewing the strategy to stabilize gasoline prices." This is great news for those of you that drive a vehicle. Last but not least about our president, she detailed how her meeting with Marco Rubio, Secretary of State of the United States, will go. Rubio arrived in Mexico City yesterday. So yesterday she said he arrives this afternoon. He has some meetings, his own agenda, and then tomorrow or today, I'll see him at 10 a.m. and we'll have a meeting of 1 or 2 hours. Afterwards, the foreign minister and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, will have a joint press conference, and from there, he'll move on to other places, she said at the National Palace. So they're meeting as I speak. We will see what the outcome of this meeting was in the days to come. Finally, on the first block of news, there's a hurricane out there. Its name is Lorena, and it has strengthened to Category 1 during the early hours of this morning and continues to gain strength as it moves across the Pacific Ocean. And although its center remains off the coast of Baja California Sur, the cyclone's already having an impact in the weather in the western part of the country. In Jalisco, Lorena's cloud bands will bring very heavy rains accompanied by lightning. Of course, this is what the national weather forecast says. Let's see if Snarky Weatherman agrees or disagrees with that notion. Snarky Weatherman says, oh, there are 206 bones in the human body. I know how to break all of them. But that's neither here nor there. It is 29 degrees right now. Humidity is at 68%. And our weather forecast for today indicates we're going to have partly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, but a chance of rain of only 36%. I don't get that. It's going to be a high of 32 and a low of 23. But tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 74%. So we'll get the heavy rain tomorrow, a high of 32 and a low of 24. And then Friday, rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, an even higher chance of rain at 87%, a high of 31 and a low of 23. Moving right along, of course, we are now in Mexican Independence Month. So the Mexican Independence frenzy has begun with sales of related products such as flags, face paints, noisemakers, and other chingaderas becoming visible throughout the country. This, of course, is not surprising at all. After all, it is Mexican Independence Month. But I was not expecting to find Christmas ornaments already on display at La Comer less than a week ago. I mean, I'm not ready for that. Are you ready for that? I certainly hope not. It's too soon. And of course, for El Pitillal, it is a month-long celebration that combines Mexican independence with patron saint fiestas, which began on August 31st and continue through the month. There is a detailed schedule of events in this English language article that I found from Banderas News if you want to check out all the different celebrations that are scheduled in El Pitillal for this month. And El Rey Barbecue Lounge de Versalles is no longer, it has reinvented itself. Moving forward, it will be known as El Rey Bar and Grill PV, and will reopen on September 13th with more of a sports bar atmosphere and with the broadcast of a fight between Mexican champion Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. This, again, will be on September 13th. I had a chance to speak with community partner and friend Lawrence Goodwin about this the other day, and they will continue to offer food, but they're changing the scope of the venue. It will be a bar, and it will have television screens, and it will be available for those of us that live near El Rey Lounge to enjoy an air-conditioned cocktail from time to time. I did ask them jokingly, well, what about gay sports? If you're going to broadcast football and boxing, are you also going to broadcast the Tony Awards or RuPaul's Drag Race or all these things that some of us also enjoy? And they laughed and they said, of course, we will. And finally, I caught wind of this. Vallarta Garden Club is have a fundraiser organized by Empress, and this fundraiser will be benefiting the Vallarta Garden Club, the Red Cross, and the Vallarta Rollers Kids Skating Club. The event will take place on September 27. at Traditional Sierra Leone Hotel. All the information can be found on this Facebook event, and I know that Empress will be joining me for a spotlight interview on September 17 to share more details about this fundraiser. And there you have it. I've been making a lot of noise about our Mexican independence celebration at the Joint Boutique Hotel. So let's just go directly into chit chat mode to see what you are thinking about this morning. Let's see. I see lots of good mornings. And I'm laughing because I'm sinking my chair, the chair that I used to sit here. Once again, it's acting out and it starts to gradually go down. So I can see myself starting to sink. Let's see how far we go by the end of the broadcast. Lots of good mornings. Thank you so very much. And I see people watching on YouTube and watching on Facebook. And yes, Barbara, you know, the people have spoken. There was too much opposition for parking meters, which is unfortunate because, you know, the city has to make money to remain a successful and beautiful city. Let's see what else. Do they have high sales and visitors coming for the Mexican Independence Day? Yes. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of Mexican nationals that like to visit. There's going to be a long weekend. So I do expect that there are going to be a lot of people in the city during that long weekend. Let's see. There's another question. Are there special foods during Mexican Independence Day? Well, I mean, on top of the list is chiles en nogada, which is a dish that we've spoken about before, and it's a dish that was inspired by the Mexican independence. And above and beyond that, well, there's all kinds of other Mexican foods that people enjoy during the time. And there's a lot of drinking, of course. Let's see. Peggy. Shout out to Peggy Nelson from the International Friendship Club. I hear through the grapevine that you're doing all kinds of wonderful things, Peggy. I certainly hope that once you're back in town, you will come and visit the Spotlight to let us know what kind of interesting plans you have going on for this upcoming season. Now, what's next in my agenda? Well, aside from putting together the Mexican Independence celebration that we're going to do at the Joint Boutique Hotel, I still owe you one more walking tour of Yelapa, which I'll be working on today. And I also was trying this morning desperately to finish the video for the Spanish word of the week, and I ran out of time. So I'm going to do that today and hopefully bring you the Spanish word of the week tomorrow. I'm also excited to let you know that for Feel Good Vallarta, we already have 3 registered health providers. And we have, I think, 2 or 3 speakers that have submitted talks, mini conferences for the event. So the event is moving, and it's moving as expected. I'm really excited. As I've mentioned before, this is similar to the volunteering event we did at the Joint before, but this is going to be our health and wellness event. It has been appearing on your show notes, and we will continue to make more noise about it as we move forward. And I think we are done for today. So I thank you very much for keeping me company. There are no spotlight recordings today, but I look forward to meeting with Empress next week. And I'm happy to see all your enthusiasm for chiles en nogada. Even if you're not in town right now, they continue to be available through the month and later on in the season. So you will not be missing out, hopefully. And that's what we have for today. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll see you back tomorrow morning for more coffee, more headlines, and more stories. Take care.